Hello Matt, this is Jeff the Garage Guy. I just finished your design. I'm pretty excited about it. So what I'm going to do is go over it and try to show you all the details, the in and outs of this design. What you're looking at now is the top view. Obviously my favorite part of the design is this line of cabinets here that just appears to be a line of cabinets, but this last cabinet to the left, you open the doors and you walk in to this hidden back room. And in the back room I decided to put in a open cabinet with no doors and just open adjustable shelves, so you could put a lot of your tools and stuff like that you want out of the general garage or kids reach in this back room. It's hard to see in this picture, but I also did a pinstripe of store wall so you can hang a lot of garden tools or whatever, or your tools along this perimeter here. You may want to do a little bit more store wall back here. If money's no object, I think if you had a wall of store wall here, you could really store a lot of tools there. But if you're not looking to store a lot of like actual hand tools, saws, hammers, things like that, you know, then it's just yard tools. If it's just yard tools, then you can get by with this pinstripe just fine. And what I was able to do is neat too. It eliminated your current toolbox, but obviously this can be changed if you don't want to do this. But the workbench goes all the way to the row of cabinets, which is pretty neat. And there's a spot for a stool underneath in the center and some upper cabinets. And then we have the store wall pinstripe that goes all the way around the entire garage. And it's a little higher here and around here. And we have a lower one for the kids on just the right wall and the front wall here. Let's take a couple different views. Alright, so this is your workbench area. It was kind of hard to capture this garage in the virtual world. There's just so many corners that are hiding half of cabinets, but just bear with me. You can see this cabinet here on the right. Half of it's kind of blocked off from this corner. But I'm going to go over the sizes for you. This cabinet on the far right is 24 inches wide, it's 24 inches deep, and it is about 8 feet tall. The one in the center, or the next one over, is a 36-inch wide cabinet, 2 foot deep and about 8 foot tall. And then we have another 24-inch wide cabinet, which is 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and about 8 feet tall. And then we have what appears to be a 36-inch wide cabinet. You open these doors and you walk right into the back room. And then here I have essentially a large filler. But on the filler I went ahead and I covered that with store wall. Thought this would be a great place for some bins and some things like that, or some hooks for some of your hand tools, and it looks really cool. And I went ahead and continued the store wall all the way underneath here and around the window. I didn't really calculate this into my square footage on pricing because this is all scrap material, and I like to just put that little piece in, you know, even though it's just a few inches, because it looks really cool. In the plan I have 2 sets of the drawers. I was telling you about the drawers but didn't have a picture with me at the time with the built-in dividers. Here's the picture of the built-in dividers on the drawers. So the divider groove goes in the ground or in the floor of the drawer as well as the 2 sides. Really nice drawer setup, so that I think you really like those. But it's a $300 upgrade per cabinet, as you'll be able to see in the pricing, to upgrade a regular cabinet to a set of drawers like that. And then we also have down here we have bases. There's an extra expense for bases. The bases I'm talking about are what you see under the cabinets. This is the part that meets the concrete. They're a little complicated. They're on leveling feet and they're all trimmed out. It keeps all the wood off the concrete, increases the load capacity to an unreasonably high amount, so you'll never have to worry about putting too much weight in the bottom of the cabinet or anything like that. I don't always put those in the design. Typically I just screw these to the wall and let there be about 6 inches underneath, but that did not go well with the design of your hidden room back here. And there's a lot of benefits to the bases. Like I said, the load capacity, and nothing goes underneath your cabinets that you'll have to clean up later. So there's benefits to it, and I just feel like it's necessary for this design. So the way it is now, you would open these 2 doors, or one door, you know, you're a pretty fit guy, and just walk in, but you'd have to step over this base right here. It's fake base, I guess you would call it. And what it also might do, if there's leaves and things like that blowing through and around the garage, it'll, you know, keep that kind of floor debris from getting in that back room too, so it'd be kind of nice. The only downside is if you want to roll something heavy in here, obviously there's something that needs to be stepped over. I don't really think there's a lot of room back there to be rolling heavy things in there anyway. It would block your access to your shelving and your store wall and kind of make the room cluttered and unusable. So if you don't like that step over, I can redesign it. We can make these doors go all the way to the floor, but it's not going to look nearly as nice as the way I have it now, where it's just streamlined. It looks like a set of cabinets. Pretty sharp design. Pretty excited about it. Let me actually go on here. After, you know, before the bases, we have the optional extruded handles. I talked about those aluminum handles. Those make a very large difference aesthetically. They really make the cabinets look good. If you get on my website, you'll see plenty of examples with and without those handles. So, you know, you can just make your decision based on the price and what it's worth to you. Counter. I got a price for the counter. That is a 2-inch thick, rock solid counter. I mean, that is going to be an impressive piece of material. You'll be able to, you know, beat on it and you're not going to flex anything. Basically what it is, it's a laminate counter like they used to put in the kitchens, except I use really thick, heavy-duty materials underneath. Underneath the counter I have store wall. I did put a lot of store wall in your garage plan because your garage is big, and I did things like, you know, like this around your workbench. So I have a price for all the store wall through the whole garage put into one, installed. You know, all these prices are installed. So I have a price for the store wall there and the raised deck floor. I didn't even talk to you about these raised deck floors. If you see these floors on my website and you really like what you see and you'd like to learn more about them, I highly suggest you come out to my house and look at my garage. And I use some of it in my workshop too. You can come out there and take a look at it. It is a really practical, functional system that keeps your floor clean, keeps you from tracking dirt in the house. It's about a once-a-year job to clean the floor. It's basically like a big welcome mat grid where all the dirt falls down into the floor, and then you shop vac it out in the spring, and you can mop up the areas where your tires left marks. But it really makes a big difference in how clean your house will be and how clean your garage will be, because you do know that dirt doesn't migrate. Once it falls down from the car, it stays put right there. So when you do clean your floor, you're just cleaning where the cars were. You don't really have anything to vacuum out anywhere else because you never tracked any dirt through your garage. Really neat floor. Love to show it to you. If you want, just let me know and you can come over and take a look. I'm not too far away from you. We're in Goshen, basically, just outside of Goshen. So that's the plan. On the same email, I sent this document with prices. So you'll be able to see what each thing costs, not each cabinet. I don't have it broken down completely, but you'll be able to see what the floor costs, what the store wall costs, and so on. And let me know what changes you want me to make, if you need to bring the budget down or whatever you want to do. I have no problem making those changes. This here is a different view, like as if you could see straight in that back room. Basically, here's your pinstripe and your open cabinet with your adjustable shelves. And then, of course, we got the right side of the garage. You can see it just like we talked about with the pinstripe up high and down low. And then, of course, on the back wall, I kept it up high. And then I went in and kept it up high all the way till we got to these cabinets. You have a fridge underneath here anyway. And you can hang keys, umbrellas, stuff for the car. You know, you'll be all the way up on these steps, so this will be real easy to reach for stuff you grab on your way out the door when you're on these steps. So that's what I got. I do appreciate the opportunity and look forward to hearing back. Thanks.